Welcome to the Hostel Behind Real Conversations. I'm your host, Carlos Villagomez, and this is episode number 10. We made it halfway through. The statistic says that podcasts fall through, so we're halfway there. I got my wife, Kim, hosting with me today.
Hello.
And today we got Mr. and Mrs. Kohler with us.
Hello.
Thank you, Joe and Sherry. Appreciate you being with us today. We wanted to talk about a few things with you guys. First of all, I guess you do real estate. I know you're not in real estate, but somehow you are involved in real estate, right?
Support staff.
Because, yeah, right. We were talking about that with Joe as far as like you have a different career, but you're very involved in the social media part of it, and which is just one of the aspects of what Joe does. But we wanted to talk a little bit about that and many other things. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us. We're super excited to be here. You guys are kind of famous around here, so we were elated to be.
I feel fancy.
I feel even more fancy that we're in the top 10. We made
know.
it.
Woo.
We'll take
Good
it.
job.
But yeah, go ahead and talk a little bit about kind of what you do. So
Maybe introduce yourselves and kind of...
yeah, tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
yourselves, like where you're from.
You go first.
You know.
Oh, mine's boring. I'm just from Blackfoot. I work at the hospital in Blackfoot, not real estate. Dabbled a little, like I flipped houses and bought and sold and did that game. So
She also developed a subdivision. That she
I
doesn't-
saw that.
she doesn't
that
talk
was
about.
That was fun. Glad that was scary, and I don't have as thick a skin as I thought. That's a world you gotta have thick skin for, and
That's a
it
big
was
deal.
hard.
That's not small step.
It was hard, and it was in a small town, and my neighbors hated me. It was terrible.
But that's what this is all about. Kind of just like the struggles and everything. How
It was fun, and we walked away with a good chunk of change, and I would do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it again.
Okay, let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Sign me up.
Yeah, met this guy about 3 years ago, and we're tempted to just dive in, but it's fun being support staff, and it's fun having my own gig too. So I don't know, we seem to make a good team. What do you think?
I think so. Let's do it.
Tell him your story where you're from. His much more exotic. He has a cooler.
I gotta interrupt first. How did you guys meet?
We got introduced by another real estate agent, Barb Miller, said
Okay.
that we should become friends and talk, and I was like, nah. And
We
then
both are like, meh.
A little
In a-
hesitant.
yeah,
Never want to get married. Never want to do that again.
yeah, and then I saw her, and I was like, okay.
All right.
But then, so we talked for months as friends, just a little bit off and on, and then she was just like, hey, so I think I'm gonna start dating, and then I was like, hold on. So then I drove down and I kissed her, and then we just started dating, and then now we're married.
Madly in love.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's how we met.
Cool.
Sweet. I like it. Thanks for sharing.
We
that.
got married in our house,
Very expensive venue.
very
Yeah.
expensive venue, but yeah,
Yeah, that was
Those
a
are
fun
the
story.
best.
The tax man was like, "You guys should hurry and get married." And then when we went to file our taxes, he was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me that she like makes money."
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That did not help.
transactional.
How are we gonna work
wedding.
this out?
Did
I
not
like it.
help the taxes.
You mean I score a sugar mama? I didn't even know it.
That's nice. It's nice. But we have a good time.
We have a great time.
So
We have
we have 4 kids total.
a lot of kids.
So
We're
many
outnumbered.
kids. And then we call them. She has 2, and then I have 2.
Okay.
So it's 2 boys, 2 girls, and mine are in the middle, and hers are on both ends. So we have a 20-year-old and
21.
21. Oh yeah, just turned 21.
You're
Wow.
big.
Yeah.
21, and then 16, 14, and 11.
Nice.
The tall one.
The,
The blonde
blonde
one.
one, the red one, and then we call our son the other one.
The other one, I like it.
Yeah, got to give him something to talk about in therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been doing real estate for 8 years. I'm not from Idaho. I was born originally in Brazil, then lived in Honduras and Argentina,
Wow.
and grew up outside Washington D.C.
Doesn't he look exotic?
Very,
Yeah.
very
It's as
exotic.
So
exotic
you
as
tell me that you
Carlos.
speak Spanish and I never knew this, Joe?
See, no,
Oh.
I don't. No, I came to the United States when I was in first grade.
Okay.
And so there's little videos of me when I was super blonde, like just chattering in Spanish. And I'm just like, how'd I lose that? And all my siblings speak tons of languages, and I can barely read. And so like it's
Thanks, parents.
yeah, thanks, mom, dad. But yeah, so then I came to Idaho. I worked for Melaleuca for about 10 years, and then became a real estate agent. I had a realtor, and I was buying rentals, and I was like, this guy's not doing anything. And it's funny because when I tell you who my realtor was, you'll be like, okay, Joe. But I was just like, I can do that. Like he's all he does. He doesn't do anything. Come to find out, he's the hardest working real estate agent I've ever met, Dan Thomas.
Oh yeah.
That guy's always working, and so then I was like, I can be a real estate agent, so I did, and it's been great so far.
How was getting into real estate? Was it like everything that you hoped or you thought it was going to be, or completely different?
Oh, that's a great question. I've been completely blessed in my life in real estate, and I joke that people think, "Oh, you're just so lucky," and all of that, and there is an element of that. But the harder you work, the luckier you are. So when I got into real estate, I started on the Chris Schmalz team, and I was so grateful for that. I started as an ISA where I just make phone calls and make appointments because that is the hardest part of the job. So I figured if I could be good at that, then the rest of it's easy. And so I did that for about 6 months, and then I was an agent on his team for about a year. And then I went on my own. Then I started a team, then I went back on my own and have been on my own ever since, and I love it. But there's literally only been 1 month that I've been licensed that I haven't closed a deal. And so it's just been
That's impressive.
been an
That's really good.
amazing ride.
Yeah.
And so I like it. I think it's fun. I mean, it's crazy sometimes. We all got the stories.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I
so-
can imagine. And with the
most
volume that
part.
you do, it's got to be crazy, and there's got to be so many stories nonstop. There's always something.
There's
Yeah.
usually tea. I get home from my 9 to 5, and I'm like, "What happened today?"
And I'm like, I gotta tell you.
You wouldn't believe what
You'll never guess.
so and so did.
Our kids are all into it now too. I'm like, "No, she didn't."
No.
No, she didn't.
Yeah. But it's fun. I've loved real estate and try to adapt and make different changes. Social media was new for me because I had a great business before I started doing social media.
He got
And-
told he was bad at it and shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mic drop. Watch this.
So now we do it. I don't know if I'm good
Hold
at
my
fun.
beer.
it. Yeah. But it's
You're good at it.
it's
Your
fun.
content's good. It's funny.
We have fun with it.
As I say, it looks like you guys are having fun with it,
Yeah.
which is the best thing about it, right? Because if you're like doing it and you're miserable, then that's
Why are you doing
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you guys are having fun with it.
We learn a lot about the world from social media and how many people are just like hurt. Like we post,
Angry.
cute things about each other, nice things in the comments are just like,
Oh man.
like people. I just want to be like,
I
who
know.
hurt you?
Yeah. There's
Why are you
there's
so
also a lot of
angry?
nice people out there
There
too.
is a lot
so
of nice people.
people are really supportive. And I try to be I try to make a point of like whenever I see other agents close, I try to interact and congratulate them.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times like you look at those posts and they're getting like 4 likes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like that's a huge day for someone. So like I always try to be rooting for every agent like out there. I think that's an important part of it.
Well, that's the post. That's the post. Same thing, just like the podcast is guaranteed. Your mom's gonna like it. Your lender's gonna like it. The title company's gonna like it, and the inspector's gonna like it. Those are the 4 people.
Look at all those
guaranteed,
interactions.
right?
You know?
And maybe the agent that you work with.
Hopefully.
If everything went
hopefully.
smooth, right?
Yeah.
My dad will share this for you.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I love it.
He's our
He's
biggest
very
fan.
supportive.
I love that.
Thanks,
biggest
shares
fan.
that.
Well, family
Appreciate
is
it already.
everything,
Yeah.
so.
It's cute.
Well, you mentioned about where you started doing cold calling, and I really want to ask you about that because that's not something that we do, but I'm always been curious about it. I've always been in a business in sales, but where people call me.
Sure.
So it's a little bit different approach. So I'm curious about how you approach that rejection, dealing with people that are mean on the phone, all that stuff, because that's one of the things that most likely you have to deal with when you're cold calling, I'm sure. So
Yeah, there's a lot of rejection. There's a lot less rejection the better you are at it. However, I joke with everybody that high school and looking the way that I do prepared me for a job in sales and rejection. So I was born for it. You just got to remember like a couple things. This is something I train agents. I do this free coaching for agents when they want to start on their own. And this is one of the things I teach them is that there's really 3 groups of people. There's the people that'll do business with you no matter how bad you are. These are our 7 followers on our podcast. Like they're going to do business with you
Right.
no matter what. And then there's these people I don't know if you can see our hands in the camera.
Yeah,
These people,
you get the whole
Okay.
angle. You're good.
so these people that are never going to do business with you, I could speak perfectly, I could discount, I could do my job perfectly, and they will just never be happy and they will never work with me. So the only thing that you really have control over is this middle group of people, and they will only do business with you based on what you say and how you perform. And so that's what you focus on. You're just grateful for these people. You forget about these people and you find these people. And so with the cold calling, it's not a matter of convincing them. You're not going to convince someone to buy a house. You're not going to convince someone to sell a house, but you just find the ones that are ready and those that are willing to see your value. And yeah, you get rejected more. Like I made a little silly video because I keep getting told like, oh man, you're so lucky. Like you closed 15 deals in January. That's crazy. But really, I was just like, man, I got rejected more times than you've probably ever talked to anyone about real estate. And so like at the end of the day, like that's part of it. Now, when we're talking cold calls, I'm not just calling strangers. I'm calling people that have indicated in some way that they're somewhat interested, or I'm calling a for sale by owner who already wants to sell their house. They just don't want to use us, right? And so
Right.
that's a whole different conversation. And then so the idea of cold calling is tough. And I mean, you're also calling people who went to an open house. So it's not really cold, but it's just building a relationship of someone that isn't there yet. Another big part of it is, my social media, when we're talking about that, everyone thinks you just post and then you get business. You post and then you build the relationship, right? Like, so that's a big part of it is I try to reach out to like 30 people a day, whether they're buying, selling, or just nurturing a relationship. And then your pipelines are always full.
That consistent interaction on social media, even if it's not direct, but you're that top of mind awareness of that you're there when they need you, right?
Yep. And also it just gives you practice. Like if you're getting rejected over and over again, when you have someone that's in that middle group that's actually ready to listen, you've already got all the wiggles out. You're not going to stutter over what you're going to say. You're going to be eloquent. You're going to be able to provide your value without any hesitation if you're doing it every day. Like if you're like, oh, I never got that concern, or oh, I've never had that objection, or oh, I'm never like, you're ready for everything, because preparation is the only real answer to confidence, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But once again, I go back to looking the way that I did in high school prepared me for rejection. Also, I don't know, I'm a big fan of like people never remember what you say, but they remember how you made them feel. And I've never like
That's a really good way to look at it.
You make people laugh, and they're going to remember you. Like you talk about them, and they're going to be like, man, I just had the best conversation with Carlos, even though when they really think about it, all they did was talk about themselves, like I'm doing right now. And so like that's
It's your turn.
Yeah. So like that's a big part of it is if you can get someone talking about themselves, they're going to love you.
Right.
I don't know, maybe. So you hear our phone calls sometimes. So we have on Mondays, we have agents come over to my house and they can call my database, they can call their database, and they just practice, and then they get real feedback. And that's kind of a fun thing because you get to see people who have done it for years, and you get to see people who have never done it.
Right.
And so the spectrum of, I don't know, skill on it.
In
is-
front of people too.
in front of people. It's
intimidating,
nerve wracking.
For sure.
Oh yeah, I
And
bet.
so, but like we try to build people up, and then we give them the feedback they need. So you hear those phone calls. What do you think? She was a for sale by owner before I met her too.
Oh yeah.
So there's that we could talk about if we want. I don't know.
Wait, is that part of the meeting story too, or not?
No, not necessarily.
Kind of.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, she had a subdivision, so I was like,
It was not quite done yet when
No.
we met. So yeah.
and
And a house.
a house that we had to
House to
sell.
sell.
Yeah.
I think those calls sound why I still have a 9 to 5. I think they sound terrifying. So
They are terrifying.
it's fun to listen. It's fun to listen. Like you say, all the spectrum of like very seasoned people who do it all the time versus a new agent who's like,
Oh,
this is
what do I do?
terrifying.
So you jumped into the cold calling too, and you
No,
like,
I just so I work from home a couple days a week, and so I
Okay.
can hear
Them
where they
all.
have their meeting and
Yeah, it's hard, and a lot of people who know me, like for instance, you guys, like you've seen me around offices, we've interacted, done deals, things like that, and people watch my social media, and they would think, oh, he's a super outgoing guy, like you like talk like I'm gonna need a nap after this
It's
podcast. So like in my natural state is like
in the minky.
in a
Really
blanket,
wants to
like
go back to the minky.
or on a hike or like outside, but like talking to people is not my skill set. But I worked at a mine when I was 21, and I was like, man, I got to do a job where I'm dealing with people. I'm much better at that than driving a water truck. And so I learned that if I'm outgoing and use my personality, then I can be successful in whatever job I'm trying. So it's not my natural state, but
It drains them way more. I think people are very surprised by that.
yeah.
So it's almost like you go, okay, it's game time. I'm going to turn on the switch.
100%.
And it's just like a different gear that you have.
Yep.
Where you go on, this is business time. You put that on and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Which if I was ever to give any agent any advice is be present with whatever your task is. So like whether you're like in paperwork mode, do your paperwork, don't pick up your phone. Like just
Focus on that.
compartmentalize, because so many agents like
Multitasking.
they're like, oh my gosh, I got to do an RE10 today. Like then do it and then don't think about it again. Like
Just get it done.
Like just get it
Yeah.
done. Like our job, and I know this might be an unpopular opinion because some agents are like, oh my gosh, we have the hardest job in the world. No, but I'm like, it's not a hard job. Like the number of tasks that we have to do to complete the sale are very minimal. Like that's why you guys haven't had a TC. That's why I don't have a TC. Because and you guys still live your life. You're traveling, you bike, like you have kids, like you do all the things, and you just get it done, and then you let it go. You get it done, let it go. So that would be my advice. Same with cold calls. Like you make the call, you hang up, you don't let it bleed over.
Don't take it personal.
Never,
Just like
never take it
somebody,
personally.
yeah.
Because if they met me, they'd probably like me. Like realistic, and if they don't like me, they're not going to hate me. They're not going to be rude to me. Like so, it's just because I have a goal and they have a different goal, and they
Right.
don't line up, and that's fine.
Yeah. You're just trying to help them find a solution for the problem or
Yep.
meet
Don't
their
take it
needs, right?
personally.
Yeah. That's a good approach. I like that. Very different because we deal with people on the phone that we don't know, but it's a little bit different. They're calling us.
Sure.
And still they can be super defensive. Even if they're calling and we're picking up the phone on a lead and we're like, okay, let's figure it out who you are. What do you need? I'm here to help. And they still can be brutal sometimes. And you're like, sorry that you're having a bad day. I was just picking up the phone.
Just
you know?
want to show you the house.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you. You're calling us and
Yeah.
you want help.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, people are having bad days too. And so you don't know what's going on their end ever, right? And so it's like, how do I help them make it better?
Yep.
How do I turn it from here? But I think it's pretty brave. I still can't get into the cold calling. I admire
you'd
that
be great
very
at it.
much. I don't know.
You'd
I
be
don't think
great.
so. It's interesting. Like I said, I've done sales on the phone and I've done high pressure sales where people called about products. And when I had the furniture store, before that, I worked for a friend in Florida who had the furniture store, and it was all like Craigslist ads, and they'll call you and you pretty much had to screen that person before you make an appointment. That person, because it was all by appointment. So it was very different, very, very different approach. And it was all one-sided towards the sales side of it, where it was like, I'm going to get all these questions from you first. And if you don't meet then I'm not even going to let you into the store. It was crazy. It was so like high pressure sales. Have you ever seen Boiler Room?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of like,
Oh, that's crazy.
kind of similar like that. And so then by the time you're done, you go home like, I need to take a shower. This is just, I feel,
I need a nap.
yeah, it's just, yeah,
much
intense.
bling.
But I admire that. Once again, that's pretty impressive. So you say that you're doing it's like masterminds that you're doing with agents.
Sure.
Nice. And so how are you liking that? Because you've been doing it for about a year or so, or
Yeah, it has been a year now. Actually, officially a year. Yeah. Tomorrow
Wow.
will be my reset date. So when I was at Evolve with you guys, or I guess HomeSmart when I was there, I was there for several years and had a relatively good business, I guess. And a lot of agents would come to me for help, and they'd ask me like, how am I doing it? Like, and they'd ask for coaching and that. And so it was just taking up a lot of time. And so when I switched brokerages, I was like, hey, like at the end of the day, there's not a single brokerage out there that's going to help people perform better, no matter what they say. Like, no matter they're like, the technology or whatever, like they always, whatever they're painting, it doesn't really work. Like, because at the end of the day, as you guys know, it's going to be whatever the agent does to build their brand, and they're responsible for their own production. So then I decided, okay, hey, I want to up my game, and I like helping people. Like, I genuinely enjoy seeing other people be successful, and I like coming up with new ideas, and I like kind of shifting and changing the game a little bit. So when I started what I call CCC, which stands for Calls, Coaching, and Content, I was just like, I'm going to open up to anybody, any brokerage, anybody that wants to come can come. And if you don't want to come, that's fine. Like, some people come and they're like, this is hard, or, oh, hey, I could never do an open house. I'm just going to wait for my friends to buy a house and sell and close my 5 deals or 6 deals and be fine. And that's great. And that's fine. But for people that want to level up their business, they're welcome to come. And Mondays, we do a lot more cold calling and calling leads and nurturing relationships. And it's great. And then Tuesdays where people come with their real questions that they have. And not only do we just talk about it, but we actually practice what to say to overcome those objections. So if they're just like, hey, I'm not converting at open houses, or hey, I'm getting Zillow calls, but they still refuse to meet. They just want to ask questions. Like we literally role play that conversation with agents that are closing at a high volume. And so they can be like, okay, that's how to do it. And so, and then Wednesday we do it in Blackfoot. So Pocatello and Blackfoot agents have a little bit easier time coming up.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of like a mixture of the both. And then sometimes we'll make content like if people like, because I think like when you do social media with other people, like it expands your audience and it's just more fun. Like my videos when it's just me are lame. My ones with my wife, they all blow up because obviously. But like, so, but with other agents, they're also good. Right. And so I think that's a big part of what has been really successful, because then I'm also coming up with new ideas. You get a lot of copying, like now with everyone's open houses, they all got feather flags now. Like you're starting to see the wobbly guys, like you're now seeing water bottles instead of cookies. Like, so people start copying you. So what that teaches me is like, hey, these people I'm giving all my ideas to means I need to come up with new ideas. And so if people can outperform me on my own ideas, that's great. Time for me to update it, and time for me, like that's why I started my VIP closings, because I'm tired of every closing I do to look like everybody else's closing. And
I like the VIP.
it's kind of fun.
It was cute. I was like, oh, that is something I haven't seen.
Yeah,
And it's catchy.
it's fun. But I think the theme of our CCC that we do, because I've been doing this for 8 years, and every real estate meeting I go to, it's always this emotional, like, feel better, believe in yourself, like, and no one actually teaches you how to do it. Part of the reason, because most producers don't have time to coach, so they're not at those meetings. So you're kind of stuck with, and I don't mean this in a mean way, like you're stuck with people that aren't building the dream business that most people want to have in the front of the room training. And so it's a lot of feel good, like, oh, let's help you feel good about your transaction.
Just kind of get you pumped about it and just get you going.
Which has its place, but without the skill, you're not going to do it. And so our theme is to be better, not just feel better.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of people like come a couple times and they're just like, man, this is hard. Like, I wish I need a pat on the back and all that. And which is great. Like, we'll pat you on the back, but we're also going to tell you how to do it.
Right.
Just like if you guys were to teach me how to mountain bike, I'd be like, I'm not going up those rocks. Like I'm not built for that. I'm a couple of Reese's eggs too big for that. But like, you'd be like, hey, if you want to, like, this is what you got to do. Yeah. And so same type of principle is be better, not just feel better.
I like it. Especially, and I feel like a lot of times when you go to those, either a convention or like a mastermind or something like that, where somebody's trying to sell you a product or a course or something, and then you look at who's doing it, and then, like you said, you look at their production, and you're
like, okay,
not quite there. Yep. They're just really selling the training rather than, and I get that part, that it works really well. It gets you pumped, you get excited, but that only lasts for so long, right? And then something goes bad, and then you're deflated. And so I appreciate that you're doing that for new agents, because it helps them maintain, right? And going through the ups and downs and pointing out things as they're evolving, as you're doing the phone calls and things like that, of what they could improve on. I think it's very valuable.
Yeah. Could I give a shout out? I know it's
heck yeah.
So there's this gal, her name's Nancy Tucker. She was with Evolve, and like, if you were to meet her over a year ago, you'd just be like, oh, that's great that she's a real estate agent. Like, I'm proud of her for doing that. And she closed a couple deals, like, literally. And when I left Evolve and went to Real, I was just like, hey, it's not the best fit for everybody. Like, it's just really not. Like, but if you come to CCC regularly, then I promise you'll close one more deal, like, no matter what. Like, and that's my promise to any agent, is if they come to CCC, I can teach you to close one more deal. And the sales pitch with that is, if I help them close one more deal, I can help them close two. And then they're going to be more likely to come to where I am than stay at wherever brokerage they're at, right? So that's the value there. So I offer it for free in the hopes that they'll see the vision of the value. And Nancy saw it. And so not only did she double her production, and she's more than tripled it now, and she's going to cap next week.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
From someone who had like, capping wasn't even on her goal list. Like, she's like, I'm going to set really good goals, and they were to like double her production, which wasn't capping, and now she's capping. And so she's getting, like, you hear her on the phone and she's a bulldog.
Nice.
Like, and like, when you meet her in person, you're just like, God, no. But it's just probably one of our success stories. And Kelton Beam, who was another new agent, him and I kind of started this. He's capped, and and crushing it. And
Yeah, we're doing a deal with him right now. So.
that was a for sale by owner that he called
Yeah,
in front of
he
us.
converted.
Yeah.
So
And so like that's like it just works. And so we just teach people if they're willing to do it, it'll work. And it's a great way to phase out people that aren't willing to put themselves out there. Because a lot of people they're like, this is hard, or I need more structure. We're just like, that's great. Like being a solo agent's not your thing then. Like
Yeah.
because if you're a solo agent, you got to be able to control your own emotion and control your own time. I don't know. But yeah, Nancy Tucker's killing it. And
Good.
so proud of her.
Good for her. Congrats.
good job, Nancy, wherever you are.
She's probably at our house.
Yeah, she's at CCC right now.
Oh,
So
Sweet.
yeah, after this, we're going over objection handling and open house conversion today.
cool.
So
So talking open houses, and so you were talking cold calling, we're talking social media, open houses. Tell me about open houses, because most agents are not fans of it.
No?
I'm not a fan of it. I
which
don't know,
if,
just
if you're an agent watching them, like don't do them. They don't work. So keep
right,
not doing them.
that's why he's killing, because they don't work.
Yeah, they don't work. I think what I love about open houses is it's an activity that Sherry and I get to do together,
Mhm.
because there's a lot of stuff that Sherry can't do because she's not licensed, right?
Uh-huh.
And
I get converted open house lead
oh yeah,
all day long.
all
I've
day
seen
long.
it. I'm like, oh, I can do that.
It is so easy.
I can do that.
And so a lot of agents they miss the point of the open house, really. And this is coming from an agent who did 97 of them last year. I literally sold 3 of the actual homes that I hosted the open house at with people that came to the open house. And so like and that's just those 3, and then probably a dozen leads that came into an open house that ended up working with me to buy something else or sell something else.
The domino from those
Yeah,
is so fun to
it's
watch.
it's huge. But I like it because it's on Saturday. We try to do a couple of them a week, and Sherry and I just get to hang out because we both work a lot during the week, and we just get to hang out, and that's normally when we're making our content together, and it's just fun because like sometimes people don't come, right, and
Right.
so it's a numbers game, and as I think a lot of agents, they think they don't work because all they do is wait and they don't have another alternative activity planned. So if I was giving advice about open houses, I would say do it with a friend, your best friend preferably. Make it fun. Do it with another agent so you can be making content. Make sure you're doing your follow-ups, and don't be weird at the open house. Like a lot of times, like people are
Don't make people uncomfortable.
don't make people uncomfortable. Like our open house strategy starts before people even walk in the door. Like if you come to one of my open houses, you'll see 12-foot feather flags with my picture on them. You'll see a 12-foot wobbly guy. You'll see a big pop-up banner, and then you come in, you see a table that's super organized with swag, great sign-in sheet. Everything about it says that I'm a professional real estate agent before I've ever opened my mouth.
Very branding oriented.
Everything. Like
Okay.
so they walk in and they're just like boom, like it's in their face, and they know that whatever I'm going to say is coming from someone who sells houses,
Yeah.
whether like they acknowledge it or not, right? And then they get to meet me, and I have a very different approach when people come in versus every other agent, because most agents, when you host an open house or when they host an open house, they just try to get people to sign in right away.
Yeah.
And all it is they have like an open house sign in the front yard, and then like a table with like a box of cookies maybe that they end up throwing away or whatever. So like it's not a presentation.
Mhm.
I have my buyer packets out there, and from the moment one they see I have value, and then based on my script that I give, like when they talk, and then right before they leave, I have them sign in when they leave. And I get like, even Kelton and I, we joke, like we can tell when people walk in, they're like, I don't need an agent, or I don't want an agent, and they're already like mean about
Cards
it.
up.
Like we bet each other. I'm just like, I bet I can get him to sign in, and we always get him to sign in. Like, and so because
We
the
make
what,
so many friends.
yeah, we have so
At
many
open houses.
great open house, like great open house clients. I love them. They're so fun, but you just got to be different, because they're gonna look, and it's your one shot at that. And so if that's your only way to prospect people, then you're gonna be at your open house, and they're gonna come to my open house after I've had 30 real estate conversations a day the whole week, and now I'm ready to talk to them with a plan and already better prepared. And so all of those agents that think they don't work, it's because they're not prepared. And so you're only going to get 2 people. Maybe you'll get 8 if you have an amazing open house.
Right.
But when I tell sellers, I'm just like, hey, the power of the open house is it's going to go out on Zillow to everybody. That's the real only reason to do the open house for your seller. And I have my sellers, I tell them I do one for them once a month, no matter what. And so I do that every month, no matter what, for them. And I tell them, hey, we might not get anybody, but it's going to go out to thousands of people,
Yeah.
which is the real reason we all do it, right?
Yeah.
But then we get a chance to be in the home with a prospective buyer, because if I have to talk about a price drop conversation with my seller, I can say, hey, I've done 2 open houses. I've done my social media
Right.
videos.
Direct feedback
Yeah.
as they're walking the house.
That
And,
we are just wrong. Like, we got to lower the price, and I'm sorry.
yeah.
But like, there's never like, all you want me to do is lower the price. Like, that's all you want to do. There's like, nope, I've done everything I can do right now. Like, this is our next step. And this is all part of my listing presentation. So they know the plan before that even comes up. So they're now like, they're the ones asking, okay, let's drop the price. Like, you've done your open houses, you've done your videos. Now it's time to drop the price.
They see the effort, they see all the time put into it. So then they're like, okay, this is not working. What else? Tell me what else is going on.
We know what's next, right?
Yeah.
We do the price drop. We do our open houses again. We do more videos. We do another price drop. Then we offer agent bonuses, and then it's sold by then. And
Nice.
so like there's just the system, and it's a unique marketing plan that works for everybody. But yeah, the open houses are great. Like, I think if you're gonna do them, come to our CCC and we'll teach you our scripts and what actually works. Because people don't like to be got, people don't like to be sold, people like to be helped. And so if your goal is to help people at an open house, like, you're gonna find clients. So that's kind of our theme with open houses. Plus, it's just fun. Like,
I think sellers like seeing us post content that we did in their house too.
They
We
do
get
love
that
that.
feedback.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my kitchen.
Yes.
So that they'll share it, and then it
Yeah.
goes, oh,
Yep.
that's really good.
I don't know what else have we learned over the open house year. And I didn't do open house like open houses. Like, you and I were
Last
both in
year.
the market where like we didn't need to do open houses, and we were closing a ton.
Yeah,
like,
if you go back
yeah,
2 years
COVID,
ago,
yeah, it
all
just
that
wasn't-
craziness.
And so that's when I was just like, hey, I want to maintain my COVID production now, and I need a bigger piece of the pie to do that because there's less houses being sold.
What's it going to take?
Yep, and open house is my answer. So I give up 5 hours on a Saturday to make, and I calculated last year I made $1,000 per open house, whether people came or not.
Thing.
And so 97, do the math there. And my goal this year is to do 100 open houses.
When our kids squawk about like your open houses again, we're like, do you want to do dollars per hour, kids? Do you want to talk about your lifestyle? Because open houses are helping
Right.
a lot.
Yeah, so that's just part of it.
We learned this winter's been awesome for open houses. There's only been one day we couldn't get a feather flag stake in the ground.
Yeah, I guess because of the
It's
weather,
been
it's so
nice.
much,
It's been really
so much
nice.
better. Easy. And it was sunny outside, so people are more likely to go out and come
To
visit versus
move,
a cold day and
actually,
windy.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why it didn't slow down too crazy this year, is because the weather was good. People are like, oh, I can move in
move in this,
January.
yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
snow.
I agree. You're not wrong.
It was good.
What else we learned?
You never know what's walking in. We've done
Oh,
open
there.
houses on a $300,000 house and end up selling them an $800,000 house. You just never know. It's,
They just happened to stop by
they
randomly.
just were like open minded about what they were shopping for, and you never know what kind of client you're going to get at what house. And
Yeah.
I think that was eye opening for me because at first I was like, oh, these are going to be, you know, I was very narrow minded on like what clients were walking into what homes, and you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, if I'm giving advice, the other thing I'd say on those is if you're an agent and you want to make open houses part of your business, give everybody a reason to pick you over me or any other agent that does an open house. So find a unique feature about your marketing plan. And the other piece of advice is pick the lower price ones. Pick the ones that aren't going to pop on. Everyone likes a big, beautiful social media video. Find the first time home. Like, pick the townhome. Pick the one that people who are looking at those, like everyone that's looking at those $500,000, $600,000 homes, they know an agent. They've at least bought something before.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you're already competing whether you know it or not. So pick the ones where you're not competing. Like, go to a first time home, and like, it's not going to be glamorous. Your videos aren't going to be like,
But those clients are so thankful,
Yeah, those-
and they're,
Oh, they're
it's so
they're
fun to help
the
them.
best clients because
They're
they're so
amazing.
They're
excited.
like, I didn't know I could actually be a
Yeah.
homeowner, and it's fun to help them.
It is.
plus
Definitely
there's more
agree.
of them, and it's
Right.
and it's a numbers game. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's
and those
more.
houses move fast.
Yeah.
Faster.
Yeah.
And then
Like-
they just have a yeah. That's what I would do if I was giving advice on that.
Yeah.
No, there's a beauty of working with first time home buyers.
Yeah.
I just think the excitement, it's just so much bigger
Right.
when you go to closing and they're like, okay, my gosh, we got a house. We actually could do this. And when you first met them and they're like, well, I don't know, how do I approach this? Is this something that we can really do or not? And so you have those conversations and you educate them, and I try to do is honestly help them from the mistakes that I've learned. You know, make sure that I always say, don't go house poor. You know, just don't buy too much of a house, because your life is going to completely revolve around this house. You're going to be able to do anything else. And so, and a lot of times they don't realize that until we have that conversation. And then, so then you have to change expectations and how they're approaching things, right?
Yeah.
And so it's very nice.
Yeah, in my buyer handbook, I have a budget page in there because I tell them word for word. I'm just like, hey, the bank's going to give you as much money as they can.
Right.
But we want you to not only be able to afford to have a house, but afford to have a life that you want to have. I also make a joke there, just like, here's a page on your budget so you guys can fight about your budget. So that's so important. And so
Yeah.
like it goes back to the helping people. Like,
Yeah.
Like if that's actually your genuine goal, like you can sell
You'll be
plenty of
successful.
houses.
Yeah, we agree. We try to emphasize that too. Is
To make sure that the overall experience is good. So by the time it's all said and done, they're like, okay, this was worth it. Because even though they're dealing with us, there's other people involved like title companies, inspectors, appraisers, lenders. And even if a lot of times we're doing our job, our part, some things go wrong on the other end. At the
It
end of the
reflects
day,
on us.
it just always, it's like the realtor, right? The agent. Yeah, some things can be pointed at the other people, but I feel like at the end of the day, everything in the transaction, it just goes back to the agent that they work with.
Yeah.
And so you try to make that a memorable experience or as smooth as possible, I say it, because there's always going to be bumps on the road. It's never, super smooth, but just try to ease into it. You talked about open houses and kids complaining and things like that. And so I'm curious, let's talk family for a little bit because we can relate to that. The blended family, the kids coming and going and managing time with the kids and the family and with the amount of high production that you do. I'm curious on how do you do that? Managing that time to just make everything work with coaching other agents, making all your cold calls, helping buyers, helping sellers, doing open houses, doing media. I mean, that's a lot. And so I'm curious about how you manage all that and, I guess the obstacles that you find and, share a little bit about that.
Have you ever heard of cocaine? No, I'm just kidding.
So that's what it is.
Just kidding. No,
He's not serious.
not serious. Go ahead. You start.
Me?
Sure. Unless you want me to start.
I think he's very good at, like he said, like be where he is, focus on the task, get it done, and then move to the next thing so that we can set aside time. Like we have anything can happen Thursday, where like Thursday nights are kind of a sacred thing where we try and do something that's just random with our kids, something they haven't done, whether it's like eat food they haven't done, before.
An escape room.
Yeah. So Thursdays are kind of a sacred thing, and then Sundays. So we do open houses Saturday so that Sunday we can
Go play
hike or
and hunt.
paddleboard or something. Yeah, there's just a day that's set aside and I mean he's still on the phone, still taking calls and
yeah,
busting down an RE10 in the truck real quick. But
it never stops.
yeah.
I think another thing that like you just kind of create your non-negotiable life. Like none of us got into real estate because we love selling houses. Like when we were all kids, like we were like, man, I really want to sell houses when I grow up. And so like don't give up what you want most for what you need now. And so for me, when we are like we go on a couple vacations a year, like one with the kids, one without the kids. That's like a non-negotiable. I take my kids lunch at their school once a week. Like
I remember that.
our
That's
lunch
something
date.
that-
So I've done that since my divorce in 2016. So
Which
I take-
means 3 schools and 3
Yeah.
different hours. Like it turns out to
yeah,
be.
it's a lot. Like but it's also like
They
you
know
know,
it's there.
yeah, they know it's coming. They know that they're cared for. They know that they're a priority because they also see it. Like they see me working. They know that I'm busy. They see me taking the calls. They see me talking down people from emotional ledges. Like they see it. So when they also see me like at their school without my phone, like just with them, they
Just
feel it.
present. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's that. I mean, now they just like, well, I want this, I want this, I want this. So,
Yeah.
so there's that. Like it has its own side effects, but like at the same time, like that's always been a thing for me was giving them one-on-one time. And then anything can happen Thursday is kind of like a joke, but it's also like, it's just our time where we're like, hey, we're going to do something as a family. Like, honestly, whether you like it or not, like,
Right.
we're
Yeah.
gonna, like, this is our family time. Like, yeah,
Forced family fun.
forced family fun, we call it.
Forced family fun.
So we go to dinner. That's a big thing. And
We're
then-
good about making work things like feel like a date too.
yeah.
Like
Our open houses are dates. We have a
we
great
have a
time.
great time.
Yeah, we've done those trips too. We're like, well, we have to go to Chalice, so we're going to load up in the car,
Yeah.
but we're gonna hit a hot spring on the way.
It's got a
So like,
snack,
yeah, like try to make it
This is one piece
enticing
that
for
I
them.
like too is that like yes, I'd have my full-time job, but I love the little things that I can take off of him so he can be more productive. Like you don't have to worry ever if the kids are out of milk. Like just dumb things that like sounds dumb, but I'm like anything that I can take off of him, like, oh, you need some Bayer packets? I can make those. Like little tiny things that hopefully mean he can produce more. Like it's support
Also,
staff.
yeah,
But it's not
honestly,
done.
it's also just supportiveness. Like
Right.
like when I've had
You
periods of
want to
my,
order a red carpet? Let's do it.
Yeah,
How
like-
big?
I've had periods in my life where I've had like a lot of negativity with new ideas, and so like when we're just talking, I'm just like, hey, so I have this idea of like I want to make every client, whether it's a trailer or a mansion, like feel like they're $1 million client. Like,
And I'm like, do we need a fog machine?
yeah. Like, so it's all about like support and like believing in me that I could do anything, and that's not anything I've ever had before in my whole life, and so it's kind of I'm just like, well, what else can I do? Like,
Right.
what else? What's next?
You got
Well,
your own
the
personal
teamwork.
cheerleader
Yeah.
right next to you.
We try and include the kids too, of like putting them in reels and making them feel like they're
Yeah,
part of
they're
things.
part of it,
and
and they're invested in it. Like,
They've gone to an open house or two, and they're like, we don't need to do that.
yeah, like that's
That was
hard.
it.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's boring, but I don't know. I
Well,
think
teamwork is so important. I think just if I can't do something, he covers it. If I need help, or vice versa.
Yeah.
It just really works well.
and it goes the other way. Like I've been selling potatoes at the Spud Kings. Like
I know you got me for a bag of those.
I mean, no, I still remember my line whenever I see people I know. It's like, hey, Carlos is rich. Come here. What are you gonna say?
How are
That
you
you're
gonna
not?
shut that down?
Yeah.
And so there's
You make him work a golf tournament with me. Yeah, he ends up
yeah.
muling stuff around for my job.
Yeah, I think it's just being wherever you're supposed to be, like, and supporting the other person in their moment, and not making it this competition of each other, and just
Right.
like it's,
That's how.
and we just have fun.
Yeah.
Like we have so much fun, like, and I don't know, we have a good time.
It's important.
But
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go talk to the dogs again because I could hear them in the background.
Okay.
dogs. By the way, thanks for taking our extra dogs.
Yeah.
We are at max capacity
We'll make
on
sure-
children and dogs.
How many do you guys have total?
We have 3 kids and 2 dogs.
Ugh.
And our kids come home every day. Can I have like a lizard?
Oh, I know.
No. Can I have a
Bearded dragon?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm
Like
maxed out.
Noxalato.
I'm maxed out on things that poop in my house.
Yes. Agreed. Yep. Our dogs are crazy.
I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, you're doing great.
Okay.
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
You're the guest. It's supposed to be that way.
You're the
We don't want to be
podcast.
talking. You guys are good.
We're at how long are we?
We're 46 minutes into it, so we're good. We try to keep it to an hour, just a little over, and
Sure.
yeah, because otherwise people lose interest too.
Do most of your guests show up matching? I noticed you two are matching.
We kind of did it by accident this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, us too.
He's like, can you? He's like, you will wear pink.
Right. We whenever we go on hikes now, and because we do a lot of hiking, we do a lot of outdoor
I
stuff,
noticed that
paddle
you
boarding.
had
Favorite.
the neon greens
Yeah.
and the other.
We try to match
Because
whenever
I'm
we
with
can.
Laura and matchy stuff like that, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, did you guys do that on purpose?" And we're like, "What?
What?
What?
We would never.
No, we didn't."
We just walked out of the bedroom and we were like, oh
gosh.
my gosh.
What was that hike? Table Rock. When we did Table Rock, someone was like, "Oh my gosh, they're matching." I was like, "I'm not even with her."
Who is that?
She keeps following me. I keep
just
trying to
always
lose her.
Yeah.
He
It's
always
funny.
comes up with crazy. Like I was braced for when you're like, "How did you guys meet?" I was
Oh,
braced for it. There's usually some weird. Go with it. Let's
Makes
play
up
that
some
again.
fun
Start
stuff.
over on that. Yeah. How did you guys meet?
Tell us how you meet.
Well, I do a lot of volunteer work, as you know, and one of the things I do is I volunteer at the women's prison, and so she was almost out. We did that joke.
I went
my
to
gosh.
Barbacoa in Boise, and they always tell you, like, "Oh, what are you out celebrating
Yeah.
tonight?" Without missing a beat. "Oh, we're celebrating. She got out on parole today."
You're pretty quick on your feet. Like
Played it off. though,
witty.
like,
Yeah, you're
I've
witty.
gotten used to like, okay,
It's a
roll with
self-defense
it.
mechanism.
We got a free dessert out of it.
Yeah, free
The
dessert.
waitress
like,
believed it the whole time. She
"Congratulations."
brought me this like cupcake inside of a cotton candy hot air balloon, and she sat down and was like, "I know you can do this.
You can
just,
do this. Stay
Just
clean."
from here on out, it's only." I was like, "What about me looks like I'm on parole?"
That's a
That
good
is
one.
amazing.
Also, when people say, "Oh, I recognize you," I'm just like, "Oh, were you on the jury that tried to convict me?" That's a good one. It's a good response. I know. I think a quick wit helps.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so. It kind of breaks the ice.
Yeah.
And if you're using that in cold calling, I could totally see how that
and
works.
it's so disarming. Like they when
The
people
guards
like
come down.
yeah, because like when
Make 'em laugh.
when they're ready to like shut you down and like you've already got like the 4 jokes in advance, like they're laughing and like sometimes
They're
they don't
like,
even
fine.
yeah. Like I listen to some people's for sale by owner calls and they're like 20 minutes long and I'm just like get to the point.
Oh.
And so like for me like it's like 5 minutes and we have the appointment. Like there's no like I call it cut the fluff and drop the boom.
So if you were calling me right now, like just
Sure.
Give us this.
Like
do a little role
like
play.
a super fast one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's on the spot. Okay, ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Joe. Is this the owner of Balboa Street, number 4?
Yeah. How can I help you?
Perfect. I saw your ad on Zillow. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm sure you've got called by about a dozen of us so far, right?
Yeah. I've talked to a few of them. How can I help you?
Perfect. Well, I'm assuming that you're selling it on your own to net yourself the most money possible, right? Not because you hate real estate agents.
Yeah. No, really, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to save money.
Perfect. I totally get it. And I think there's 2 ways to do it. You can either save money or you can make more money. And then that's what, like, at that point, I ask a couple questions on the house. And then I say, hey, you know, at the end of the day, like you said earlier, and whenever you can say, like you said earlier, they're not going to argue with themselves.
Yeah.
Say, like you said earlier, you want to save money. So if there was a way that hypothetically I could show you how you could net more money or save more money, like you said, by working with me, would you be at least open to learning about what I do?
Interesting.
Because
I
no
like
one's
it.
going to
So
say
you're
no.
leaving it on there. Yeah.
Yep. And then
Putting it
they
back
say yes, and I was like, perfect. I'm actually going to be by you this time at this 2 option close like you do in sales, and then you meet with them and then you offer value, and that's where the difference is, because you can make an appointment, but then what you say in the appointment needs to matter. And so with my for sale by owner scripts, I do like my process first for sale by owner is different than anyone else in our market. So once I get in front of them, like my conversion rate really is like 90%
Really
once
good.
I get in front of them. And so like I literally will buy back their for sale by owner sign with cash.
Our garage is full of them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have
You
tons
should
of
like hang them out.
I know. I'm gonna
Make
make
a wall.
Display
Like a
them.
wall of fame.
Something. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a reel with just like throwing them down, and so that's gonna be part of it. And then so there's that, and also I decided about 2 years ago in my business that I don't want to be at an appointment and have someone being like, well, Carlos does this, and I noticed that you don't do that. So like, there's not an aspect of the listing or the game, if you will, that I can't be like, I do that. Like they're not gonna be like, oh, like, you know, this team does this. Do you do that? I'm just like, yeah, this is what we do. Like, and they're like,
Encompasses
everything.
all of this.
Yep. And so that's kind of the thing. They're like, okay, well, you know, so and so is really good on social media. What do you have? I pull out my phone. I'm like, this is my professional dashboard where 1.2 million people have looked at my profile in the last 30 days. That doesn't mean that they're going to see your ad, but those chances are higher than probably most
Yeah.
other agents.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm going to do to sell your house. That's just part of the puzzle. Let me show you all of it. And then by the end of it, like I'm like, hey, do you see how that could help you save more money on your house? Do you see how this pre-inspection can save you money on your house? Do you see how professional staging can help save you money? Do you see how open houses will get your house out more? Do you see this? Do you see this? And every time the answer is yes, I can see how I save money. And I always hold on to whatever they said on that phone, like that one line that you gave.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to hit them with that over and over and over again because it's their own logic.
You kind of hold them accountable a little
Exactly.
bit. Yeah. It was
So
there.
like you said on our first phone call, can you see how all these things save you money by working with me?
Yeah.
And then I also make it like I give them an easy out. I say, hey, at the end of the day, like I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And if you ever feel like I don't, you can fire me. Like we're going to sign a longevity agreement till the end of the year to sell your home. But if you like every day's an interview, and if you feel like I'm just not a good agent for you, like we'll just terminate it. Keep your pictures, keep your pre-inspection, no harm done. Like I'll write it all off. But
And that speaks volumes and confidence.
Right.
That you know what you're doing. You're going to get it done.
and that's never happened.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I like. And that's part of my spiel of why I buy their sign back. I said there should be no risk in selling your own home.
Yeah.
And so you've already put money on the line out there to sell your home. Let me take care of it for you.
I like that. We do something similar with buyers. We're not super heavy into agreements. I know there's agents out there that have termination
no.
fees and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I've actually had to buy some of our clients termination fees. I had to go pay the other agent. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's gross.
release this guy. They don't want to work with you. I'll pay you the $1,000, whatever this is.
Right.
And just release it, terminate
I've
it.
never heard that
And then
either.
Yeah.
and then we'll
Yeah,
go
it's-
work
it's
with them.
gross.
That's
It
Yeah.
is.
bad.
Yeah.
And
And-
that's the scarcity mindset that a lot of
Yeah.
agents have. Like there's plenty of people to work with. Like
right.
you just didn't work with them. Like
Right.
let it go, learn from it, be better, and then
Right.
find
Something
Move
that
on.
Kim says all the time is like, if you don't want to work with me, I don't want to work with you either. I'm like, I'm not going to force you
Right.
into working with
We
me.
don't ever.
We either a good match or not,
You're
or
gonna
either,
find somebody that is a better match for you, and that's okay.
which means I'm not like, if we're not a good match, it's most of the time is because I'm not doing my job as I should, right?
100%.
If I'm offering you value, if I'm performing, and we're doing what is going to get you where you want to be, whether it's buying or selling, then there's no reason to worry. And if that becomes an issue, like you said, we said, just let us know. You can terminate, and
We'll
we'll
go.
let you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're going to celebrate with you when you buy or sell.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
best of luck.
Yeah.
But
So,
Also, if FSBOs sounded like that on the phone, I'd get my license.
oh yeah, they are.
I'm
never-
sure they're a lot
That's
brutal.
not
Yeah,
my
no,
own.
I'm sure they're, yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. They're really great. Some of my best customers are FSBOs. Some of my worst customers are FSBOs.
Yeah.
But like, I love them all. Like,
You do expires too?
I actually don't. I have, and they work too. Like my script with that is really good, and
Yeah.
and all that. I really like the agents I work with, and even though we're all our competition and stuff, there's a lot of times that things expire, and I just haven't gone down that road. Like I don't feel the need to call.
You're getting
people.
enough volume
Yeah,
from the other
like,
things that you're doing.
yeah, and so I just haven't yet like really dove into that. Not one of my goals this year. Maybe next year, but like I don't. I like the other agents, and I just want them to be successful. And I'd rather have them be. I actually had a really cool opportunity. I had one expire. Despite my best efforts, we got 7 offers that I thought were acceptable, and they just wouldn't accept them. So it was expired about a week after it expired. Another agent called me and said, "Hey, my guy wants to buy your house. Like, and I know it expired. Like, can we do a deal?" When he could have easily just called the seller, and do it. And I was just like, man. Like, what a good agent. Like,
Yeah.
he's the agent his mom thinks he is right now. Like that's like just a start. And like, you know how some deals, like you're not the good agent on the deal, like, and you can kind of feel it. You're just like, oh man, like they definitely put in the better work. And that was one this year that like, I was just blown away by him, and he just did a great job, and he definitely carried it on that one. But so like with expireds, it's not one I feel passionate about calling. I get why people do it. Like, but there's plenty of success. I'd rather let the other agent give it another shot. If they come up on a FSBO because they're disillusioned, that's when I'll call them.
Yeah.
But I know they'll get called by someone else that's good and hopefully listed and sold. So maybe I'll start calling them. I don't know.
Just another phone call.
Yeah, just another phone call.
What are your thoughts on today's market, right? We were talking about COVID or pre-COVID market, and right now you've seen so many agents that have left. Takes a lot more work to sell a house or to help somebody buy a house. But what are your thoughts on it?
I have a couple, and this is probably the way I've always done it. Is there's uncertainty always slows people down, no matter what it is, and so I always try to bring it back to them. And my degree was in economics, and so like not that I've ever used it ever, but with that being said, like you can talk big picture. You can be like, oh, interest rates, this. I'm just like, in your family, like what can you do right now? Like, what's the best decision for you? And when you bring it back to them, you're never going to be wrong. A lot of people talk about all the agents that are leaving, and I know how much of a tool it makes me sound like, but like the ones that are probably quitting probably weren't the ones that I was competing against anyway. Like, just like you, like the ones that are leaving were the ones that were closing 4 or 5 deals a year, the ones that were closing up to 10 deals a year. And now they're like, the fees are just too much, or it's just hard. And so like that's part of why I'm just like they were taking the 20% of the business of their family and friends that I probably wasn't going to get in front of anyway.
Yeah.
And so like I wish them the best and those types of things. I never worry about interest rates. Like I try to stay in my own lane, and if someone can't buy right now, I nurture them until they can, and then they remember that instead of just writing them off. So I really try to focus on the ones that can work. I give this analogy all the time where it's like life is kind of a chessboard with people in your life, where like, and this is the same with friends, with relationships. Like you can't play chess really by yourself, no matter what. Like you can play on the computer, I guess, or whatever, but like you make a move, they make a move, you make a move, and so you just have more chess games going, then more chess games are going to close. But you can't just be the only one making moves.
Yeah.
And so in the markets when it's tough, you just open up more games and find more people and see when they're ready to move with you. And then if they're looking at houses, you go look at houses with them. If they're on your website, you're meeting with them. If whatever the steps are, like you're meeting people where they're at instead of hoping that they change their mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
For new agents that want to know how to be productive and successful, Can you kind of briefly walk us through your day? What does your days look like?
I have a little graphic I can send you that we'll put right here.
Okay.
So
Post it.
it looks like this.
I don't know if I'm that high tech, but okay. No.
Sounds good. So it's super simple.
Yeah.
First thing you do as a new agent, well, I'll just give you a couple pieces of advice. So first thing you do as a new agent is you look at the hot sheet. The hot sheet's going to tell you everything new and everything that was a price reduction. Okay, from there, you're going to start having conversations. Pick a number 1 through 10, and you're going to have X number of 5 conversations with people about buying a home. If you don't know who to call, you have your phone, you have your social media where there's people there. It's never a lead problem, it's a conversion problem. So you got to know what to say. So start talking to people about buying houses, talk to 5 people about selling houses, and build relationships with 5 people, right? That's the easiest way to get started every single day. So for me, mine's a little different. I check the hot sheet, I start sending them to buyers. I then will call 10 people about buying, 10 people about selling, and then I start 10 nurture conversations where I'm just checking in with buddies, checking in with friends, or people that added me. I say, hey, thanks for following me. Sometimes those are agents, and I'm just like, hey, thanks for following me. I work in Idaho if you ever want to refer anybody.
Yeah.
Right. So you're actually making the outgoing connection, right? Next thing I do is I make sure all my under contract is up to date. So all my pendings are up to date, and I just touch them a little bit each time. Like I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? And then I don't think about them the rest of the day. I'll get emails throughout the day. I just ignore them until I need to get to them. Right. I make sure all my listing stuff is done, and then I do all my listings. I make sure that my open house prep, I touch that for a second. So on Wednesdays, I know what my Saturday open houses are going to be. I've made my graphics. Like, so every day I do kind of those same things. Right. And if I'm being honest, I still pick up the kids from school. 2:30, 3:30, 3 different schools. I pick them up.
Yeah.
And so like people think that like I just don't have time for that, but like I just do that part.
So you're very consistent, very systematic, and routine oriented. Would that be a fair thing to
100%.
say?
I think a lot of times that you get typecast as an agent in production. Like when you look at a lot of the team leaders and stuff, they have a director of ops that is that part of their personality, right? And so for me, like, and that outgoing side of them is just who they are. Like all the greats in our industry, like they have these big personalities and they're very outgoing, very charismatic people. And that's really just not me. Like I can do it, and everyone thinks that's me.
I think you're selling yourself
Yeah.
short. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but I think I also have that other side of like it's just a job. Like, and I think one of my phrases I love is if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business.
Very
And
much so, yeah.
so for new agents, let's say you don't like, let's say I'm telling you to talk to 15 people and that's crazy to you. The next thing you got to do is you got to go through 5 houses, like go on the MLS, pick 5 vacant houses, go through them. So you're just like, okay, the market says this is worth 350. So that way, when you're talking to a buyer in your mind, like you can't draw from an empty well.
Yeah,
And so you're just like, oh, I
confident.
remember this house. I remember this house. Like I can add value to people because I have something, because a lot of people don't have the things, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have it. They don't have the knowledge. But the real advice I give to new agents, which I gave to Kelton, which I give to new agent, is if you're a new agent, join a team. And if you're not willing to join a team because you're scared of losing up to half of your commission or more or less, depending on every team's different, then find a mentor who's willing to invest in you. Or in my case, I say, come to CCC and we'll teach you what to do.
Yeah.
We will show you what to do. You just have to be willing to do it. And I think a big thing with new agents is they all think, I would also tell agents to forget about whatever you thought real estate was going to be.
Yeah.
Like
completely different.
it's not like, and if you're going to do it part-time, know you're going to spend twice as much time as I'm going to, because you won't get traction. Like you're not going to be meeting as many people. Like you just don't have the time to put into it. Plus you're going to be worse at it. And so like, it's going to take you twice as long to close half as many deals.
Do you think the perception of what it takes to be an agent has changed so much because of social media?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think, baby?
That's hard for me to speak to because I was the for sale by owner that. thought
As
they
far
could
as like,
take money.
you know what I'm saying? Because you got as an agent, you have to be involved in social media now, where before it was very different. And there's a lot of agents. We were having this conversation with Nick Jakuchan here, and what he does, right? He's very social media oriented, and that's how he gets most of his business, right?
Yeah.
And then you have other agents that are very old fashioned, that are pretty much in their office all day, picking up the phone, writing emails, meeting people. They will not touch social media, yet they're still very successful, right?
Hugely successful.
Yeah, I mean they're putting the work. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Dan Thomas on a social media.
He
clip.
just started.
Really?
You got to follow him.
But
It's
he's
hilarious.
I mean,
He's
he's
awesome.
always hustling. You know, he's always doing something, right? Just to give one name out
Yeah.
out of many other ones.
Yeah, but like
that we know.
Gary Rasmussen, Ryan Webster, like a lot of good agents. And I know, like, I'd argue myself, like I closed tons of deals before really doing social media. And so like all social media does is it gives something for people to look at.
Yeah,
And so
exposure.
you can appear more successful on social media than you really actually are.
100%.
Which is why I've started like posting my monthly numbers. So like people always like they see me on social media, oh, he's funny, like his wife is fun and they look happy and like their kids like so they get to know me.
There's a
before-
connection, a personal
Yeah.
connection too, which I think is important.
It's my interview before I meet. Like when I meet with the for sale by owner, I say, "Hey, I know you don't want to list your home. Like I'm interviewing to sell your home. Like there's no like the other script that like all the people that I call for sale by owners are using. They're just like, I want to preview your house for a buyer, and it's their way to get
Always, every time, yeah.
It's bull. Like
100%.
and so I don't do that. Like I literally call them out. I'm just like, I'm not bringing a buyer. Like I'm going to take 20 minutes of your time, and I'm going to try to list your home. And if you don't want to list with me, no hard feelings, at least we're friends, right? And they always like, okay, fine. So they know what I'm there for. But then I always tell them, my text to them to confirm the appointment is, hey, thank you so much for your time on the phone. I'm looking forward to meeting with you. In the meantime, before we meet, and if you're bored, just type in my name into Google and see what comes up. So that way you can know that I'm a real agent and kind of
Oh, you're meeting.
a tip of my marketing. And social media, like that comes up too. And they're like, oh man, like, like look, like he does it all. Like he's closing. He's like, he's a normal person. Like he's a family guy. Like he's a normal, not a crazy person. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And like he showcases houses and like he's gonna like I don't need to showcase $1 million houses. I show my clients houses. And so that's what social media does. It just makes you look more busy. But if you are busy, you can just show it.
Mhm.
And so I think that's what's changed in my social media business is like all I do is I just show our life. Like I don't have to like come up with anything new. Like I'm just like it's what I literally do. Like I literally got that one under contract. I literally closed that one. Like I'm literally doing an open house or literally hiking. Like it doesn't have to be anything more than who you are because no one's gonna like love us based on our social media. But the people that do like us are gonna find us because of our social media.
Yeah.
So the people that don't like me aren't going to like me no matter what.
Right.
Like I can
You
post,
can't help that. It's just, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and so it just creates that bigger bucket. Like some people are going to like us less, like the more and more. But like
So be it.
those people were never going to buy or sell with me anyway,
Yeah.
no matter what. Like I could call them and they're like, I hate happiness. Like well, it's gross. Like I hate it. And actually, I guess
that.
I guess
that sometimes.
yeah, and we don't want to work with those people. That would be sad.
You mean you get like pretty nasty comments on stuff sometimes?
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah. So like. If you look at any of our
Keyboard
videos,
warriors out there just
Yep.
going hard.
just real brave, like real brave with their profile of their cat, like just so proud of them. I'm just
People would not say that normally
No.
to your
No.
face.
No, like they would-
Why do you think you can get behind?
yeah, but it's fine because we get a lot of positive stuff.
The other
Like,
side's fun.
It still generates traffic.
yeah, like, that's
All
fine.
those
Like,
negative comments generate
Drama.
traffic with algorithm, right? So it's like,
thanks for helping us.
It's fun to go to the grocery store and people be like, "Are you Joe Kohler's wife?"
Oh my god,
Yes, I am.
look at you, celebrity status.
That's
Yes, I
funny.
am.
yeah, we like to have fun with it. I think one thing, and I know we're running out of time, but I think if I could give, well, I don't know, you probably have more questions. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I did have a question about social media. Do you ever get social media burnout when you're like, and I'm speaking for myself, so I wanted to see if you relate to this. Sometimes we're like, I don't want to make a post. I don't, because you have to be consistent, right?
You do.
And
Otherwise,
so- and I'm
otherwise,
just-
just don't do it. Right?
yeah, right. And so it's like, and I'm like, okay, I wish I didn't have to, but and then it's, I don't know. That's a personal thing. That's how I feel. But I was curious if you ever get that feeling or not.
Do you, babe?
Do I know? Because you do it all. I just smile and nod. I think one thing that helps him that I've seen from the outside is having the pipeline full. So like open house Saturday, we can put a bunch of reels together so that during the week when it is crazy and he's tired and it's 10 p.m. and he's like, crap, there is something already drafted, ready to go.
Yeah.
I think I don't hate it. I think I honestly love my job. If I'm being like sincerely honest, like it quit being about the money several rentals ago. Like it's not, which makes it so much easier like to do the job when you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. And so I love it. We have fun with it. I think there's different buckets. So like if you look at my social media and and any of you watchers, the two of you, Mom, thanks. But if you watch it and you go to my social media, you can look at it and see that it's very strategic. There's the business part of it, there's the humor part of it, and then there's our life. And so with that, like I caved in earlier this year. I have a professional videographer, and every Wednesday I meet with him and he films videos of my listings with me. And I do that intentionally so that way my clients have something to look at. Those ones never blow up. Like they'll get a couple thousand views, which is great, but they never blow up. But they're there to showcase professionalism, a little bit of humor, but also like I use this as a tool for any new agent. Like if a new agent wants to like, I want to get into social media, I want to do listing videos. I'm like, come with me on Wednesday. Let's go film one together.
Yeah.
And I do that for free for agents so they can kind of get their feet wet to see what they want to be in social media. So that's one aspect of my social media. The next part is our adventures, like our Sunday adventures. Like it's kind of a work day because when we're paddleboarding,
You're doing a lot of
Works out
content.
really well for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to make some content.
I know.
Yeah.
we get to write it all off, like
We get
rode
to
off
hike
5
it.
paddleboards, like all
Yeah.
that. And so like we get a showcase.
Fiji.
Yeah, we
We
get a
have a
showcase
whole
where we
bunch of
oh,
things
those are
to
gonna be
make
fun.
in Fiji.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we showcase the lifestyle of living in Idaho.
Right.
And so that finds our people.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm doing it anyway. All I got to do is document it and make it easy.
Right.
You know, I love that. And then I like making people laugh. And so, yeah, that's easy. And so those ones are easy. Showcasing for my clients and working for my clients is easy. So that's easy.
Yeah.
And then that's really all like when you take it and look at it as like it's part of the things that you love, it's easy. But when you have to sit down and you have to make a video being like, let me talk to you about why you need to buy right now, or hey, let me talk to you about interest rates, or let me talk to you about a 2-1 buy down. Like one, you're hoping for this specific, and I feel bad if you talked about those things.
No.
But,
To me, it's not so much about those videos. Honestly, to me, it's more like, and maybe you're more open about sharing your life. Sometimes I feel like I just want to shut it down,
Sure.
and not look at anybody's, and not want anybody to look at me. So, but I know in this business, it's something that it's very, what's the word? Help me out. You
It's
need
common.
it. It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's I mean, you know, if you, like you said, there's other people that don't do it and they're doing fine. But based on the model of business that we're following, I think it's very much required and you need to do it. So every once in a while, I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm going to take a 2-day break. And but same thing, we're doing the Wednesday thing. And we're doing 2 hours on Wednesday, and we're doing with a team. And I'm just telling the team, I'm like, by today, we're going to know where we're going to meet, who's going to show. Not everybody has to show. I'll show, and somebody else on the team will show. We want consistency. We just want to continue to put content out, and that's something that we've learned from you. We've learned from Nick to be more consistent that way. So yeah,
And I think the key is just be yourself. Like
Yeah.
like find your people. Like the people that love Nick will use Nick. The people that love me will use me. The people that love you will use you. And there's plenty of people that will love all of us. Like,
Right.
yeah,
And so that's one thing that I do love about it is, and if I'm giving social media advice as far as actual production, is if like any social media that you're going to do, like if you're like, I want to build on social media, make your goal and then build your plan around your goal. Because so many people are like, I got to do social media. Okay, what's your goal? Like, why do you want to do social media? So my first goal that I had the first year I did is I want 1,000 followers on each platform. Once I did, like that was my whole goal, was to get followers. Like I didn't have a way to monetize that yet. So then my next goal was I wanted to get 5 out of state referrals. So I was like, okay, I'm going to build content to do. So like pick a goal
so you can get out there.
so you can get out there. And so that's like, if you guys are doing social media, if anyone's doing social media, like pick your goal and then make your plan around your goal. And if you don't do that, like give me a call. I'm happy to sit down with any agent and just be like, what do you want your business to look like? Because unfortunately, with the rejection that you face with cold calling, like I've tried it all. Like I've tried mailers, I've tried door knocking, I've tried more ways to build this business than most agents ever will. And I've failed at some and had success at others. And when people ask me about like, how do you build? I'm just like, any way I can, because like you don't get to the production where we're at without doing more than one thing.
Right.
And you just try the ones that work and then you do them over and over again. You get better and better and better. And then you add something new and you get better and better. And social media is no different, but you got to have a goal. Like with my open houses, like I have a goal with open houses because you don't pick like, I want to get 5 deals from open houses, because you can't control that.
Yeah.
So the goal is I want to do 100 open houses because I know that's going to generate money. I know that's going to generate contacts. And so, I don't know. But yeah, to answer your simple question is the burnout doesn't happen because I enjoy it. Like I enjoy making videos with my wife. Like it's fun finding a new one that's like, oh, that's kind of us, that's relatable, or it's like that's not us like at all. Like people laugh at stuff like,
Our first one that blew up was so not us. Like,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
a joke. Like,
yeah.
we don't pick at each other. We're not like, he would never be annoyed at me for buying something. And it was the one where I opened the back of the car and it was full of flowers, and like it blew up. And I was like, oh, that's
Like
sad
11
that-
million. Like so
people,
Dang.
that was the first one that really blew up. And it kind of feels like those are the ones that blow up. So
yeah, but
The
we
ones you don't think are
that
going
are
to.
like when people are mean to each other, we're like, oh, that's not us, but I guess we'll do it in fun. It'll be funny because
Yeah.
people will relate to it. But
one thing I wish would happen in my social, like I have some videos that I wish would blow up, but like they
we
just,
think are just gold.
yeah, just solid
Yeah.
gold. And they
And
just
they-
don't.
We're like, why is it not
Yeah,
going?
Why are people not getting this?
it's hilarious. So,
But me sitting on the floor washing the cabinets, like what?
yeah, that one blew up.
Weird one, the ones that do
Really? That's so
just
interesting.
weird stuff. Yeah.
But it's fun, and once again, you just tie the enjoyment out of the work instead of the result. Because like if anyone's who's doing social media, like the reason why we feel burnout because we're not feeling the result. Like if I told you right now, like go do 100 open houses, you'd be like, F that. Like that sounds like literal hell. But for me, I'm just like, sweet, 100 grand.
Bring
What,
it.
what can I do for 100 grand?
Yeah.
Like if I told you like you're gonna make, because you're way more charismatic than me. Like people like you guys way more than they're gonna like me, and so like
But okay.
you guys would have like just as much success. Like for sure, like you guys are amazing agents, and so like it's all like when I used to train salespeople in my old job, I'd have a deck of cards, 52 cards, and I would tape a $20 bill on it, and I was like, "There's $20 in this deck of cards. Flip through them one at a time until you find it." And they do, and they're excited. I say, now, if I guaranteed that every deck of cards had $20, it wouldn't be about flipping the cards. It would be how fast you could flip the cards. And so it's the same thing with any aspect. Same thing with social media is when you tie it to the activity, like your joy from the activity versus the result. That's when you don't get burnt out in any aspect of it. Like you don't get burned out. I do get burned out calling FSBOs, but it's less. But because that's it's not the result. It's hey, I'm gonna get another sign to fill up my garage. Like what? Like
Yeah.
you just focus on the activity. I don't know. Can I give one other thought? And I
Yeah.
think this is one thing that's changed in my business.
Absolutely.
So I wrestled in high school, obviously. Just kidding. But I did wrestle in high school. I wasn't very good at it. My brothers were all really good at it. But the one thing I loved about it was I either won or lost all on my own. Like
Yeah.
I played lacrosse. I did other sports. I did a lot of other stuff. But like when I won, like I walked off the mat and I won. Like it didn't matter. Like I won. When I walked off the mat and I got beat, I got beat. And so I look at that and I look at real estate. And if you only look at your wins as closing day, most agents are going to have a crappy year.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just are. Like
Yeah.
I have a really big goal this year that I've never set a transaction goal until this year. But like a lot of times, like if your goal, like your success or you're winning, you're walking off the mat as a winner is closing day, your year's going to suck.
Yeah.
And so if you can change your mindset to you winning by whether you're picking up the phone, whether you're posting, whether you're doing an over, like if you can make the winning aspect be the activity, your year is going to be great because the activity will always bring the result, which is closing day
It would lead to the other stuff. Yeah.
every time. And if it's
To
not,
those small
then
tasks.
come talk to me. and
Enjoy
we'll
the
talk to you about it.
process.
Yep,
of it.
every time. So yeah. Anyway, that's my thought is like pick your goal around being a winner that's completely within your control. Otherwise you've
It's great advice.
given
Yeah.
out your
Great advice for new agents. Great advice for us. Heck, we've learned so much from you guys.
Right.
and I appreciate you taking the time. We're gonna wrap this up, but I'm curious. You talked about rentals. How many rentals? Do you still have rentals?
I think we have five or six,
Nice.
I think.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys doing any flips?
No.
Because you mentioned you used to do flips.
We helped another agent the other day, and it gave me PTSD. I was like, oh my gosh, I used to spend every night tearing out carpet, and I don't know. It'd be good. Our kids are like old enough now that I'm like, we should do that just to make them work,
make 'em
physical
rip out
labor,
carpet,
like, get after
clean
it.
up
So
cat pee.
it is not out of the question, and I enjoy that a lot.
We made
However,
our kids tear out all the carpet in this house.
Yeah.
It was pretty gross.
It is
It
gross.
was
It's
bad.
fine. We
But
I just like hiking.
yeah, we
no, I don't blame
we
you.
have a pretty good life. Like
Yeah.
I think the reason I also don't do flips is I built my business with a lot of clients who did flips.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
so
right.
I like to I like to stick to what I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really good at finding and making deals come together for clients. And so I now have large numbers of clients that are always asking me like, "Oh, what's my next flip? What's the next flip?" And I always give them to the ones that will always use me first and aren't look like I have amazing clients. And so I can, I've when I've done the math, I look at like, okay, I can make X amount money in a flip
Or we can
by doing
spend
one
nights and
flip.
weekends
This much
there.
stress too.
Yeah, with this
Yeah.
much stress.
Yeah.
Or I can make that same amount of money finding 3 flips with
for my
less time
investors.
for my investors who then let me list them where I can turn them into more buyers and now make this amount of money sticking to what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer, like if I'm talking to a for sale by owner, like, and I say, hey, you need to hire a professional, and I'm a professional, like, you don't want me handling all the tools. Like if it's not a spoon or like a mouse, like you don't
Yeah.
want me using my hands to do it. That's not true. I worked at a hardware store for years, but still, like that's not my skill set.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather, it's a lot easier to get better at what you're good at than trying to develop a new skill set. And I don't say, hey, don't develop new skill sets. Like that's really cool. But like financially, like if I want to maximize my time, because like we talked about, we're busy, blended family, like vacations, like, I mean, Instagram's not going to watch itself. So I got to do that too. But at the end of the day, like,
That would make some good content though, a flip.
yeah, it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've thought about it, but I'd rather find it for my clients right now.
Good.
So
Looks like you got your plan pretty clear. Like you know what you want and you're going for it. So it's very clear.
I already-
That being
I
said,
already
if,
got
if
it.
tomorrow I was like, could I buy a flip house? He'd be like, where? Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Which one? What do you want?
say no to each other.
No.
No, we just support each other, whatever your goal is. We could do it.
Yeah.
We know all the people, all the things.
It'd be fun. Just
See,
joking.
just planted the seed. No. Why would you do that to me?
Perfect.
Well, I want to wrap it up. Thanks again for seriously for being here. I know you both are really busy, so
Yeah.
Thanks for
we
having us.
thank you.
appreciate
It's
it.
been a lot of fun. We've learned a lot. We had some
Yes,
great conversations,
definitely.
made us laugh, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it. So hopefully we'll get to have you guys again.
Please. We love
Yeah.
it. Thanks.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
That's a wrap.
Thanks.